also moving across the country, so
Yeah, next week's my last
you.
week in New York, so final opportunity to see D-Rock and G for probably what will be Andrews.
No,
Andrews.
no.
For what is probably like 6 months to a year. So. This will be my last video in New York City, for a while at least. I turned 27 a couple months ago, and in my 27 years on this planet, I've made a lot of mistakes. But one thing that I know definitely wasn't a mistake was packing up a backpack and a suitcase and buying a one-way flight to this city about 5 years ago. This is my friend Derek over here. He got his pilot's license this year. Invited me to come out and fly. We're gonna do a few loops around Manhattan. It seemed like a good New York send-off. He told me the plane was small, but I don't think I anticipated just how small we were talking. Other than a 4-week internship, I had no plans. But funny enough, this is where my life feels like it actually started. New York City is where I found community, honed my skills as a creative and a storyteller, and found purpose for that work. This is where I made some of my greatest friends I could ever imagine.
You had to focus and shit, by the way, I'm sorry. An automatic...
I expect nothing other than you.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, wait, Babin, I'm sorry.
Where I took some of the biggest risks in my life, and where I kinda became an adult, but I'm still working on that one. I love New York City, but for now, my life doesn't make sense here. The idea of re-signing a lease and staying in this city for another year just didn't feel right. We didn't have a reason to leave, but there also wasn't much of a reason to stay. And sometimes no reason to stay is the exact reason you need to go. It felt like the perfect time to pack things up again, make a change, and look for a new challenge.
How did the shoot go?
Well, it was in traditional Gary style. I was told we had 30 minutes, and we had about 4.5 minutes. So it went super smooth. The last couple of weeks here in the city have mostly been spent packing, figuring out logistics for our new apartment in Portland, and how to get all of our things moved across the country. It wasn't until I started working on this script and rewatching the footage I've shot over the last few days that it really started to hit me. You know, that feeling sinks in when you're changing everything? I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. No matter what I've experienced in my life, the idea of moving to a city I've never actually been to is scary. But I think the thing that scares me even more is the idea of getting too comfortable in any one place.
Find a little spot in the shade, pink lemonade, pink lemonade.
Throwing yourself completely out of your comfort zone is the best way to supercharge growth, and I think that's what we're chasing. I owe this city more than I could ever repay, and this isn't goodbye, but I think it's time that we take a break. So, New York, thanks for everything, and I'll see you soon.
The world is crumbling around me. I hardly notice it at all. Maybe I'll chill and make a grilled cheese and go and walk around the mall. It's when I'm sipping on the magical juice. I'm Willy Wonka and I'm swimming through the colorful hues. Life is really just a lemon that you don't get to choose, and that's alright. I know what to do.